Son of a gun, Miguel.
If you must take your love away.
What's the purpose of the manure?
Just the smoke. That's
Just that style of smoke, because it's there's so much moisture in it. It smokes a lot.
Just smoke.
Yeah. Okay.
You really could even do it with tires,
or just
you
like
could literally do it.
any kind of green wood, probably, or
people
something like
have done
that.
it with just tires.
Yeah,
because it just tires just smoke.
Yeah.
He puts that so the paint won't get scratched. The toilet paper.
¿Cuántas horas en el fuego?
Son como 2 horas más o menos, para que 2:30 para que se enfríe bien, para que ya esté bien fría.
2.5 hours, so it's completely cooled down enough
to touch it.
Y esta realmente, pues, no es lumbre, es como humo, que le digo, va.
Es que sabes que como la tapo bien la tina, luego ya le prendo un rato para que se caliente, unos 10 minutos para que se caliente. Porque no vaya a tronar la pieza, ¿ves?
So what he does is, he's saying it's not.
A veces si no la calientas bien, truena.
So he's heating it up because if it's not like the moisture, like homie was telling us, Nico, he's got to get the moisture out of it. But it's not really fire. If there's fire flares, it'll mess up the piece. It's too hot. So that's why they cover it with that tin.
Yeah.
And he'll put firewood around the tin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes it smolder and smoke.
This little dog. Hi, little tiny creature. Look at you.
He loves it.
Oh, you don't care. You don't mind. You're just a little friend of the humans. Hi, friend of the humans. You love humans because we feed you and pet you. Well, good for you, perrito. Just for him, that was like whoosh.
Seeing the process up close, it amazes me to see the routine in which the different artists work. In Mata Ortiz, every step of the pottery process is embedded in the daily comings and goings of the town. From sunup to sundown, the different artists bring life through their work. What appears to be a sleepy ranching town in the mountains is very much alive and vibrant. The artists of Mata Ortiz speak a language with their hands. It is not heard but seen and felt. The confidence in how they move can only come from the repetitious and ritualistic nature of working with clay. There is another artist close by sanding some pieces. I want to see how they get the pottery so smooth and to see if he has anything for sale.
Does your son help you?
¿No crees que él va a seguir la tradición? Su hijo le gusta.
Sí, sí les gusta.
He said he likes it. He tries to help, but he's too little to actually help.
Pues es que de hecho, pues todo el día lo ven a uno trabajar y pues se les va viendo.
He said what he hopes is that, like him, seeing his father just work, that it'll rub off on him and he'll keep it going. Y pues realmente, ¿cuáles otras opciones tenemos, compa?
Pues es que...
Si no es olla, ¿cuál más opción hay?
No, aquí no hay mucho trabajo. Pues con lo que ganas en otro trabajo, pues no comes.
Y comparado con que ganas en otro trabajo, ¿cuánto más gana con la olla? Comparable. Como 10 veces más.
Sí.
So I'm telling him, like, what other options do we have here if it's not make pottery? He said, well, there's not much. And I'm telling him, how much do you think we make comparably like the minimum wage? About 10 times more. So that's a big factor.
Es mucha diferencia, otro trabajo no, poco dinero.
¿Quién dice $10 al día?
Más o menos.
¿Ah?
Sí.
Vendes una olla y
cualquier ollita sale.
Tú puedes trabajar, pero estás con su familia todo el día.
Ah, sí, todo el día estoy con mis hijos, mi esposa.
¿Y si vas a la mequila?
No los ves, muy poco tiempo.
And that's what he really likes about this work, and me myself as well. He's a family man. He can be here with his kids and family all day. If he goes to the fields, he's going to be gone 12 hours. You go to the shop, you're going to be gone all day. You're not even going to see him. And here we really like to just fruit our families and stuff.
Y es muy, pues es un trabajo muy bonito porque estás con tu familia.
Y yo les digo, pues, para vivir en los Estados Unidos, y yo vivo en reserva de indios. Y los indios allá, hay un orgullo ser un artista.
Sí.
¿Sí me entiendes? Algo preciado. Y para mi ver, yo le digo a esta gente, porque también conoce las reservas, y eso que nos falta a nosotros aquí. Porque realmente, tristemente, muchos van al otro lado, el Chuco, y están en un hotel, están ganando más o menos, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Y prefieren hacer eso de su jale, que para mí es un orgullo este jale.
Y cómo no, es que pues, es un arte, no cualquiera.
Y más usted, porque pues son formas de su jefe.
Sí.
Sí, es algo especial.
Y pues si tú te fijas, pues estas formas nadie las maneja aquí.
De hecho no.
Nomás yo.
Sí. Y yo también le explico que Sheo era uno de los
primeros empezó con el grafito y con las piezas.
And I'm telling him, like, because living in the States, I've lived close to Ute Reservation. I've always been with the Navajos, all the natives. Just because back in the day, there wasn't Mexicans in the States, you know what I mean? And that was my group, you know what I mean? So you were brown, I was like, what tribe are you? Whatever, I'm Mexican, you know what I mean? But it's cool. But being over there, the culture over there, if you're a dancer, if you're a painter, if you're a potter, it's something to be held in high esteem and be proud of. And down here, I think that's what we're missing, and that's what we're going to try to change. And he takes great honor in it because they're his father's forms. You know what I mean? It's really, he holds that dear to him, and no one else makes them forms. You know, so. When he was little, Juan Quesada used to work with him, and he's seen that he made that, and it kind of inspired him to do, and you kind of see his work with it.
Every piece of pottery that is produced here in the village is a reflection of that person's artistic expression. We are not limited by traditional forms nor designs. Heavy influenced by them, yes. So ultimately, when you purchase a piece of ceramic artwork from Juan Mata Ortiz, Chihuahua, Mexico, you are not only buying great artwork, but also a small piece of that artist's soul that will forever be embedded in the clay.
So we just left Martin Cota's house, who's one of my favorite artists in the village, and he's very introverted. You know, he didn't want to be on camera. We got some beautiful pieces of his pottery, but he didn't want to be on camera, so we didn't interview him or anything like that. And I think we're on to another studio. Is an artist. His name is Nikito. So let's go check out what he's working on.
Ahí siempre pinto en la mano porque es muy difícil.
He said he holds it because it's so hard on a flat surface, so he holds all his pieces.
And then that long brush gives you that straight line like that. That's amazing.
Y yo les digo, tú lo haces ver fácil, pero ese jale está bien difícil.
Sí,
so
es que
it looks so smooth, Jake, but that stuff just jumps, bro.
Oh, I'm
like
sure.
The brush
well, I mean, obviously, like doing it thousands and thousands of times helps a lot. but that's like, you know, can you imagine with a fine point?
Yeah,
you know, that's that you have to have that technique to get those straight lines.
I've seen like pinstriping on automobile, like cars. Similar, they use a real long brush.
Wow. Do you, when you do your forms, do you use your imagination or do you look at pictures?
Cuando la levantan y que te usas puramente o tienes un video o una foto que estás como referencia.
Pues a veces ya me imagino muchas cosas y las hago, pero casi cuando por ejemplo me lo encargaron y con con el celular, por ejemplo, con la imagen más, viendo la imagen y ya empecé a hacerlo.
He said how this is a new form. He's never done it before, so he had the cell phone, like looking up images of marlins to like a reference. But pieces like the jabalín, where it's just he's got it down packed, and the rabbits.
Yeah.
It's just imagination.
Yeah.
Eso ya
los tengo, ya los hago sin ver.
Qué chido.
And you see how he starts from the top and he connects it from the bottom.
It.
2 months before I was born, my mother made a visit to this shrine, and she made a promise to the Virgin Mary that if I was born with all my fingers and toes, she would make a return visit, but with me in her arms and a candle to be lit in thanks for my safe arrival. This tradition runs deep in our Mestizo roots and can be traced back to the worship of the Mother Spirit in pre-Columbus times. It has changed and evolved just as we were forced to change and evolve, but it is still very much alive and strong to this day.
It's all him, bro. He's dangerous. He sells his work though, so he has spots and he dumps them. But like bandanas he makes, the t-shirt. Tú diseñaste esta camiseta también.
Firma.
Right here, Shantes Longos, Jake. That's the slang for Casa Grandes. That's what we call here. Like we call Matajaris. Here we call Shantes Longos.
Chantes long.
And that's the bandana.
That's dope. You do all the screen printing aquí?
Tú haces, pues todo está hecho aquí en Shantes?
Yeah.
Sí, man.
Yeah, everything's here done here, contracted. So he buys the material, then he has someone else screen print it.
Uh-huh.
He designs it all.
Is that a falcon?
So that what this is the hecho in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
It's a bird. It's
It's
the
hecho
eagle.
en Mexico,
Hecho,
yeah.
I got it too.
Yeah.
Above the letter.
Oh, shit. Dope. You got that years ago.
In the joint.
Yeah.
I drew the letters.
Nice.
Esas letras las dibujé. And this is the olla I gave him so he could work it, you know what I'm saying?
You've been doing that?
So
These are yours.
Yeah, these are mine. I just did the rough outline and I told him, man, fuck with it, you know what I mean? Get your own style on it, and this is what he made, man. It looks sick.
With the shading like that?
Yeah, with the shading.
Dude,
and he did a
that's
different shading than me. It's
Yeah.
just scratch shading.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that's tight. That's really tight. Wow.
So that's what I was telling you, Jake. I want to get him away, you know what I mean? And that's his first one. Y luego es la primera olla que
trabajo.
Que trabajado. Y ya está terminada, compa.
Ya, nomás para
Ahorita la llevo y la quemo.
Wow.
And what happened with this one, Jake, the reason I gave it to him was like,
Yeah.
you see right here,
Uh-huh.
it might pop. Y luego que la quemada a lo mejor se quiebra como el defecto que le platiqué. So that's my sign and his sign. You know?
Nice.
But that's pretty sick, man. I like it. For his first piece,
For real, dude.
le digo por ser la primera pieza, como la primera mía estaba pero fea. Esa jale está chivosa. Y te iba a traer otra, güey, quebradona para que agarres más flecha. Si quieres, güey, si tienes la lija que te di.
Están en Cantón con mis jefes.
Oh, órale. Pero la otra te traigo una y te doy para que guachas como guachas. So this was like the lettering for the collective that he was messing with. But I was telling him about the idea I want with the hacksaw and the pencil and the letters right here, C and J. That's gonna be the logo for the collective. You know what I mean? That's why I need someone like him so we can make hats, shirts, the logo and shit.
Yeah.
You know? Es que le digo que tú vas a ser el logotipo y pues del colectivo quiero que hagas flyers,
Sí, playeras,
todo ese rollo.
Igual por si quieren grabar ahí la parte de la pared del graffiti que hice del Che Guevara y Cantinflas.
You want to check out some graffiti made on the wall?
Yeah, some Che Guevara.
Yeah, he made it.
Nice, nice.
¿Dónde está? Sí.
This was just like paint, and it is, but not like anything was done after.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you thought the clay was black?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and like maybe that this was just.
You remember how this
painted,
fish
like,
looked?
I didn't think that it was re-gone through the fire. You know? Yeah, of course, with the green, and there was like all kinds of colors.
Yeah. Yep.
And then this one is trippy. I didn't expect these to be so dark like that.
The clay absorbs all the smoke.
That's why I see this all burns away.
Yeah.
It's still warm. That's why this
Yeah, it's still warm.
right up.
Yeah, he's in here just kicking it.
After visiting numerous artists and getting a peek into the process, my respect for this art form has grown immensely. To become one with the earth and to work with it, you have to give yourself to the changes of the earth and work within those changes. It is very clear that the village of Mata Ortiz is on that earthly cycle. Just like farming, working with clay is very seasonal, and you have no choice but to allow the seasons to dictate your process. As much as we'd like to take every Oya home with us, we have the difficult task ahead of choosing which ones we want to take back to the hall. There are still more artists to visit and more parts of the process to witness. Let us see what Mata Ortiz has in store for us tomorrow.